Welcome everyone, my name is Martin and today I'm going to try to fix a broken ceiling fan blade. I broke this one by jumping on the bed and my mom is mad, so I'm going to try to fix it. I'm going to use some JB Weld that I had sitting in a toolbox. I've got a couple sheets of wax paper, a screwdriver to mix the epoxy, and I've got a metal clipboard and some weights. Now, I've never done this before. I'm just trying it out. If it works, you'll see the results. I'll install it back onto the fan and show the fan in operation. And if it doesn't work, you'll probably never see this video because I won't upload it. So wish me luck. The first thing I'm gonna do is take the JB Weld, put it on a piece of wax paper and mix it up. Be right back. So I've squirted my JB Weld onto the piece of wax paper. I'm just going to use the tip of this screwdriver to stir it up, and then I'm going to wipe my screwdriver off with some blue shop towel because I don't want it to be a permanent mixture. I'm going to use two hands for this, so I'm putting the camera down for a second. My JB Weld is mixed up. I'm going to use that same screwdriver and I'm going to smear it all over. I'll show you guys what both sides of it look like. Here's one side. Try to get in the light. That's what it looks like. Here's the other piece. It's pretty easy to tell which way it goes back on. And there's a little black chunk. I'm going to try to figure out where it goes after I've stuck it back together. All right, so I got to put the camera down again. Actually, I'll see if I can just lean it up here. All right, here we go. So I'm just smearing it on here like peanut butter. I'm not too worried about getting it on the fan blade itself. Like, it's not going to look perfect. Maybe I'll paint it later if it looks really bad. Who knows? My main concern is that it's functional. I don't want to have to go out and pay another $100 for or $200 for a fan if I don't have to. All right, so one side is caked. You can see that it's smeared on there pretty good. I'm going to leave this sort of hanging over the edge of the desk so that the JB Weld doesn't make contact with the wax paper yet. I'll show you why I have 3 sheets of wax paper here in a moment. All right, so it is smeared on here pretty good. Now I'm going to take the 2 pieces and stick them together as best as I can. I'm going to jam it in there. This is why I have the 3 pieces of wax paper, because the third one I'm going to use. Okay, so there's a little bit squeezing out. That's fine. That's totally fine. Sorry about that, fellas. I don't care about it squeezing out. That's what the 3 sheets of wax paper are for. Whatever oozes out will ooze out probably sideways, because I'm going to put quite a bit of weight on this thing. And I'll just take a file. This stuff is supposed to harden like as if it was metal. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so I've got my second piece of wax paper. I'm gonna put it over top. I take my piece of my metal clipboard, and then taking this giant fucking pile of weight here. You can tell this thing gets used a lot. It's covered in dust. So there you have that. The weights are on top of the clipboard. The clipboard is smushing the JB weld onto the fan blade through in between the wax paper. The reason I use wax paper is because it should be easy to remove it. So now I'm just going to clean up my tools and wait till tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. All right, so we're back. It's the next day. You can see it's light out now. The weight's been sitting on top of the fan blade overnight. Take the weights up. Move the, let's see what we got here. So the epoxy has dried in there. You can see it's still straight. It looks a little bit not tidy. Anyways, there's a bit of epoxy there. I'm just gonna file it off, and then I'm gonna install it, and I'm gonna turn it on, and I'll record what happens when I turn the fan on, and we'll see. Let's see how steady that is. It seems pretty strong. Like the blade sits like this, and the fan spins around. I don't see any flexing. All right, I'm gonna file those rough edges off here and here. Stick it on and see if it works. All right, so here's the fan reassembled. This is the broken blade. I'm going to turn it on in a second and I will film what happens. This is the moment of truth. Before I turn the fan on though, I'm going to shut these blinds so that if the blade does come off, it doesn't go through the window. Everything else in this room, I don't really care if it hits, but I don't want it to hit the window. So there, the light is on, the fan is working. I'm gonna hide over here. Ready? So that's full power. Let's start off with minimal power. So far, so good. Seems to be holding on. Here's the dog. Hey, Pooch. Okay, let's go to second strength. Still holding on. And finally, sorry for filming this part vertical. That was an oversight on my part. Full strength. Here we go. So far, I would call this a success. We'll see if, well, this is a bedroom. We never really put it up this power in here anyways, but we'll see if one night my wife and I wake up to a fan blade sticking out of the wall. See you later, fellas.